That's what happened.
Has there been any significant pots yet?
Did you watch Thursday?
I mean, today.
Oh, today? Oh, no, not yet today, no. Did you watch the show Thursday, though, or no?
Yeah, I watched about half of it.
Did you see Josh's big hand? He won a 50K pot.
Oh, I did. He had a straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was huge, huh? The guy had double belly?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So we got a raise from Jack from the cutoff with ace-6 off. Semi-light open, but it's the cutoff. And then Charlie defends. Oh, this is a straddle, I guess. So, yeah, Keith calls from the straddle with 5-deuce off, and Charlie has pocket nines. And Jack bets. Charlie's going to call. Pair, backdoor straight draw. Oh, my God, what a turn card. I think this is a good spot to check back for Jack. It's a bad turn card for his range and for a defending range.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Check.
Oh, Charlie checks.
Wow. Interesting.
What a check. Oh, and Jack checks back.
I think I just like half pot there because you're not really fist pumping a check raise, and
Wow.
you just gotta figure he's calling.
He's just going for it.
So when someone wakes up with a big hand, you're drawing dead.
They told me to
But if
please
you-
text me to
you-
stop.
whatever in
Okay.
PLO, someone wakes up with a big hand, you have like 40%.
Do you find it odd that people in Twitch chat are so mean? Me neither.
Yeah, that's
That's how
fine.
people
That's
are.
why
Yeah.
it's fun to flip the piano, 'cause
Some
it's like
people.
so close. And when you have your
always
cards
have,
out.
Where is Samantha Abernathy?
She is driving into
Awesome, yeah, I'm going to be gone. I really want to make peace with Sammy. Big fan of hers. Even if she's not a big fan of mine at the moment. One of my favorite female players of all time as well.
You're never gonna win.
Kate, is Luke more bizarre in person or on Twitter? I don't know what that word means because I'm quite bizarre.
Which
Kate, are you more bizarre in person or on Twitter? My name ain't Earl. Shout out. Friend of mine.
I don't know. I think most people would say that I sound angrier on Twitter than I am in real life.
Yeah, you have a nice speaking voice. Charlie bets 450 with the gutter. Keith has king high. He's not going anywhere. Against Charlie, that's a good call. And he rivers a 6 because he's Charlie Carroll.
The good one is deuce to jack flips.
I don't think it was going check on the river regardless. Good luck to you
Obviously.
if you want to play it. They
Obviously.
call it king high.
He'll just bet 2,600 here after if he misses, so. Or hits the 9.
A pair is bad, but in a random hand, a pair is
We have some profanity on the stream. We like profanity. Wow, you have a lot of fans in here.
Yeah.
I would call it deuce.
And he looks like he's going to get out of there now because he just got felted.
And it happened so quick. It's so quick.
I want us to play huge.
That's what she said.
Like, it was obviously planned.
We missed it. That's what she said, Joe.
Oh, no. I'm not good with those. I'll let
Really?
you take those.
Oh.
I'll let you take
Josh
those.
actually
That's
overdoes
what she
it.
said.
Look at these hands. Wow. We got Alec opening the button with 8s. We got Charlie. 2 hands that are not going to get folded. Josh flats the smaller with ace-king suited. What a flat. And Charlie is going to 3-bet here from the big blind 100% with jacks. And he makes it 1,000, it looks like. Oh, 1,500 he makes it. Wow, a huge 3-bet.
Wow.
Alec
What
is going
Charlie going to do?
It's going to be a call,
What's
I
Josh
think.
gonna do?
I think it's going to be a call. I don't see any other outcome. What else
Yeah,
could it be
Josh
besides call?
is at 10K or does he have more? Oh, yeah, he has more. Yeah, it's
Josh
a
has a
call.
ton. Look at Josh's
It's
stack.
going to be a call.
Josh is over 20.
Yep.
Wow, they're super deep. This
Like,
is a
not
really,
like that matters.
This is such a deep game. This is insane. Oh,
Okay.
and Josh flops the best hand here, but his hand is
Yep.
so disguised. So ace deuce 3-2 spade. This is gonna get checked
It'll be
around a
interesting
lot.
if Charlie continues here. Yeah, I imagine it would get checked around a lot.
Heads up, he might bet, but 3 ways, I feel like you have to check.
But then again, he is kind of next level.
Look at the mounds of chips that Charlie's sitting on right
Yep,
now.
here goes his next level.
Do you think it's because he has the backdoor spade too?
Yeah, partly. I think partly who he's up against and the positions that they're in. And he feels like even if Alec has an ace, he might be able to like eventually squeeze him off of it. But that would have to start with a C-bet. So yeah, it's like almost like a merge kind of squeeze, trying to get a weak ace out of position. I mean, I don't imagine Alec will fold, but yeah, Josh just raises and Charlie calls 4,000, 2,200 more instantly.
Josh raises and Charlie calls. Oh my God!
Instantly.
And now it's going to
So
go.
this is next level that we've been talking about, and we
Wow.
don't see this like 5-5, 5-10. This is like a rare glimpse.
Check shack. A spade
you know,
would be
unless
crazy.
you're following like
Oh.
nosebleeds.
Josh is going to bet now. 5,000. He bets in the 12-6 to snap bet.
Yeah, so, I mean, if the plan was to, you know, call against draws, pretty much everything got there.
Yeah.
So nothing he can do at this point.
He just
I mean,
he
this
just
would
hates
be-
folding here, though.
This would be hero upon hero. This would be
Well,
way-
yeah, but here's the thing.
I mean, I don't know what the rules normally are, but we've been showing cards all day, so I don't think it's a problem.
Has Josh been doing something?
We saw Alex Relly call with Jacks a huge bet
I
against
was
Doug
just gonna
Polk
mention
with
that
Jacks
hand.
on an ace-king board.
I was just going to mention
This
that
is very
hand.
similar. Not
It
the
is-
similar
it's-
line, but the similar board and hands.
Except for the extra spade, yeah, it's very similar.
And this is the hand that
And
Doug.
I think that might be enough.
This is the hand that Doug wanted to have. Ace King, not 6-8 suited.
Right.
He actually put out a tweet that said that that the graphics are wrong. It was fake news. Did you see that?
Alternate news.
That it was ace.
Alternate fact.
He changed it on the graphic to Ace King suited.
Oh,
And
that's
did
wonderful.
Did you see it?
That's what. No, I didn't see
His
that.
actual graphic that he tweeted out, he changed it on the
That's fantastic.
screen grab.
We need to call Canada and Sweden and whatever and like have them save and archive all our video in case it all gets changed in the internet. Everything can get changed now.
Protect our email servers.
Protect the servers.
So Charlie, I think, is going to make this fold.
Wow, he's tanking.
The problem is he doesn't know Josh well enough to know like what Josh is capable of. I don't think Josh would bluff here. Not saying he's not capable, but the way the hand played
Right,
out, I don't think he would bluff here.
I was wondering how he was, you know, if he was perceived as kind of wild today.
I mean, even
I hadn't
against
seen him really do anything
even
from what
against
I saw.
an unknown opponent, like what hand
Sure.
could Josh even bluff with here? Right?
Sure.
Like you said, spades got there.
Yeah, I think he's just tanking for the sake of tanking because, you know, he got this far. Let's listen.
You really have Jack?
So they're chit-chatting. He's like, do you really have jacks? He's saying he has jacks. Like, do you really have jacks?
many combinations of being right.
And Josh is talking back to him. He knows now he has the best hand, obviously. Wow. This must be, oh, he's shaking.
You want to switch? You want to switch?
Maybe he's trying to pick up information for the future if he gets in the spot again. I just don't see a conceivable way he could call here. I thought for a second maybe he might be doing some level where he considers like raising the river, which would be pretty sick, and I bet that did go through his mind when setting up these amazing games and shows
And we can't do them without you guys.
Amazing.
So we need your guys' support to be able to keep putting these games
Absolutely.
on. So we appreciate it.
I mean,
Subscribe on Twitch too. That's only a couple dollars a month. But subscribe on liveatthebike.com if you really want to get better at poker. If you care about getting better at poker, you want to learn, you want to be entertained as well.
and it's so fun.
Yeah.
You
Oh, look
know?
at this hand here.
It's so fun.
We got a hand
Two
here.
big hands.
Brian with king queen suited raises it up to 250, and Charlie on the button with aces. He 3-bets to 900, of course, and he chooses a pretty big 3-bet sizing with these deep stacks. And Brian's definitely not folding this hand.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed watching these 25-50 games as well is a lot of players are varying their 3-bet sizing a lot. They're clicking, they're over 3-betting, and standard 2.5xing. I mean, obviously, there's not enough to know if it's balanced.
Ooh,
or
look
not.
at this flop. We got a
Wow, here we go.
2-heart flop. Brian flops a flush draw with overs. How does he play this hand this deep?
Wow, 35K stacks.
Do you think he goes for the check raise, or do you think he just calls here? What do you think?
I believe this deep he's calling.
It's probably a mistake some people make is to turn 2 overs and a flush draw kind of into a semi-bluff and bloat the pot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good idea sometimes, but it's probably too often that people think, and that's probably more of like a 2010 thing, turning 2 overs and a flush draw into a check raise.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see, first level of a tournament, 100, 200 big blinds deep. Even
It's just too
people will
deep.
get-
You're going to put
people
yourself
will
in a
get
bad spot.
Stuff like this in.
Look at this turn,
Oh,
though. This is a
goodness.
really interesting turn. Brian now with top pair with a flush draw. Charlie's definitely going to bet this turn card, I would expect.
Yeah, I think he's still going to just check call. Too many 10s and aces and ace kings.
How much is
So
it?
I think it's just a standard check call.
3,000.
3,000. It's a good bet too, sizing, because he knows that he has something on right now. You know.
Is there a?
He knows he doesn't have like 7-8. You know.
And there's literally not a non-zero chance that he folds here.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. He doesn't know if he's gonna call or fold. He just feels like he's up against a pretty good hand or a pretty good draw. Yeah. Just calls. Queen ball.
A lot of outs for Brian here on the river. He's
5 will be trouble.
2 to
6
1
will be
dog.
trouble. Oh, that's trouble.
And you know, if Brian can make this fold in the river, it would be a world-class fold. I just don't know if he can do it.
Sizing is going to be interesting here.
Because Charlie looks like a player that could triple barrel bluff, right? And they're so deep. He knows that Charlie's a good player, and how does he get away from this against a player like Charlie?
I think he's going to go like 75 to 8. He's going to go big. He's going to go 75
he
to 8.
He can actually go bigger here because of that river. Everything kind of bricks. But again, the problem is Brian has hearts, so he can't expect Charlie to have hearts. Like, he literally only beats just stone cold triple barrel bluffs here. But what is he going to 3-bet triple barrel with on this board? It's really nothing for value. He's not doing that with
like
King Jack.
77.
He literally never has King Jack, but he just snap calls. And it's just really hard to get away from. You know, you have to be the most incredible player in the world. 7,000 was the bet to make that fold. And you know, it's just really good players just aren't making that fold that often.
No.
I don't know how many players are. No. We got Lior chilling in the booth with us right now. Lior, would you make that fold there? I know you see the cards.
Oh, fuck.
So overbet maybe.
No.
I mean, he's blocking kings.
Thanks, Josh.
I mean, he's literally only losing to like 10s, aces, ace, king.
Just ask him for the figures.
But what bluffs does he have? Brian hit like
Job he does here, and without him, you wouldn't have great content like this. And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, as he likes to say about me, Ryan Feldman on the mic. I'm also still on the mic, but I'm on the second mic because Ryan is the leader of this pack.
All right, we got top set for Charlie here. Look at this flop.
Wow.
And we got top 2 for Josh. Someone's going broke here. Wow, look at this flop.
Wow,
It goes check.
What?
What the hell? 8 on the turn. That's not the best turn.
Surprised Charlie checked that board. That's like a great board to bet a set on.
What?
Surprised about that.
And he raised pre. He thought Andy would take a shot.
How did he check that?
And he just raises to 2,000. Snap raise. Josh is never folding here. You can't fold. Too many draws
Imagine if he bet the flop, though.
Too many draws out there.
I don't like that flop check from Charlie at all on this board.
And that's an action killer, the heart in the river.
Well, it's not an action killer, but it's not as big action as
he's going to call a moderate bet, but I'm saying that he could bet a lot bigger if a heart doesn't get there.
Oh, of course.
You could bet 4K or 5K if it's
he can still bet big, but
if it's like a 3
he might earn a fold.
On the river, he could bet 4,500. Now he's probably more looking like 3K.
He can still bet big.
25.
He's going to bet 3,800, 3,700. That's my bet.
I say 32.
If a brick comes off, he'll overbet it, I bet. But now he'll bet 38. 37.
You're right, 38.
Wow. I'm good.
You're sick. You're the sickest. You're like top 10 sickest.
No, I'm just a little sick, guys. I'm not snorting anything at the moment. That would be illegal, and I don't do things like that.
And,
just a little sick at the moment.
Josh, tends to find himself in tough spots a lot.
Sorry about that.
What's up, Charles? Charles Lay in the building. Charles Lay, he's going to be with you tonight.
Charlie Lay, I don't know him, but he looks like a gentleman. Good. Luke. 3,800. Josh going to have a hard time folding.
The thing with Josh is Josh just somehow finds himself in these river spots all the time. He makes a lot of...
He has good intuition because he doesn't love the call here. Most people would snap call here.
He makes a lot of really good calls. He makes... Oh, he folds!
Wow.
What a fold by Josh!
Charlie killed that. Charlie's going to be kicking himself.
Charlie might have won a 40K pot if he bet the flop.
I know.
Another game coming up in about 45 minutes. Same game. We'll keep Alex Torelli, Kate Hall, and... oh, dropped the headset. Alec Torelli, Kate Hall, Israeli Ron, and Josh Machiello will stay in the game. We'll get 5 new players. Israeli Ron was only scheduled for the night game, but he got here early, and Keith left early after losing, and so Israeli Ron joined us early. Kate, she's been quiet lately. She's stuck a bunch. Got felted once, down on her second buy-in, but she is here all night. So she comes in, she just calls the button with ace-queen.
Kate's a great player. She'll get it back.
And so Jack's going to come in with the straddle as well. We got a 5-way pot here at 25, 50, 100. This is 2017, and we have a 5-way. We had a 7-way pot the other day at 50, 100.
Now they want the rest.
Yeah. And Jack 3-4, rainbow flop, very dry flop. And look at this, it's really wrong with bottom set. Let's see if he can get paid here. Nobody really has a lot. Alec has 7s. That's the second best hand. And, might be a... I mean, he doesn't know it. Oh, and Alec actually bets. Wow. Surprising Alec bets. Israeli Ron should just call here. Right? I mean, if you raise, you're just not getting action from any hand. And so...
He has a set of 3s, huh?
You're breathing heavy over there.
Sorry about that.
Did Charlie just raise? Wow. Charlie's making a move in a 5-way pot with a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. It's the right read against Alec because Alec can't continue, but Israeli Ron is never folding here.
He's tilted from that hand where he lost like 7K or 8K in equity by checking the flop.
Oh, yeah. But well,
at least.
No, he doesn't even know what he had, I don't think.
He's still tilted.
He saw it? Oh, he showed the top 2.
Wow, he showed the top 2.
And so, does Ron, what would you do here? Would you just call or would you shove?
I would call here every time.
Because if you shove, your hand just looks so strong, right?
There's no reason to raise.
3-bet shove, you know.
You're never folding on any runouts, so why would you ever?
Yeah, there's literally no bad turn cards.
No.
A deuce or 5 is fine. Oh, you go.
Oh, that's a.
I mean, he picks up free money, but he doesn't.
No, it's a big mistake because
I don't mind the shove if there's 2 to a suit on the board, right? If
no, I still mind it because look at the board. He has no 2-pair combos.
Right, but I'm saying if it was like a Jack 4, 3, 2 spades, I don't mind it as much.
Not as much because he can call with the combo.
But yeah, on a dry, this is like one of the driest flops possible. Jack 3, 4, Jack 7 deuce, King 7 deuce, Ace 8 deuce. Yeah, it's just
like Bobby the Bus. I said I'm never going broke again, and I haven't in 12 years. Thank you, Bobby the Bus.
That was right, touching.
That's a true story. I'm not making this up. It was 1-2 no limit. I had like 1,700 in front of me, which was more money than I'd ever seen in my life, and Bobby the Bus stacked me. Shout out to Bobby the Bus. You made me want to be a better poker player. 3-5 suited for Josh. You know he's playing. That's his hand. It's his favorite hand nowadays.
That's the stakes, so point can be. It's Chinese poker. Oh, they don't know that.
And we have a raise to 600 for Alec on the button. The end of the session, you can kind of play it like a bubble.
That'd be my guess.
And you know that certain people are going to try to lock it up because you only have a few minutes left in the session. And so Alec, he's up a lot. He has a big stack. He's going to put pressure on people. And Charlie, same thing now. So Charlie does the same thing to him that he just did to Jack. The same exact move. Charlie with 9-6 suited now. And Andy with a spot in the double straddle. I mean, Andy could do it too. Andy might be like, I'm going to go for it and go for the...
The only player I know sick enough to do this in this spot would be Stanley, the black alligator hunter Lee. I'd like to give.
Oh, Andy goes for the cold 4-bet. Look at this play.
The alligator hunter would have done this too.
Look at this dynamic. Alec opens button with 2s. Charlie 3-bets to 2,200 with 9-6 suited. Andy with the cold 4-bet and the double straddle. We're playing 25, 50, 100, 200 here. And he cold 4-bets to 6,000 pre-flop with ace 3 off with the blocker ace. I love this play. He knows that Alec and Charlie are going to do some crazy things here.
I don't like the sizing. I don't like the sizing at all. I don't like the sizing. Charlie's going to peel a lot here.
No, he can't peel now.
He can't. 6,000. Look how much is in there.
I love the.
He's getting almost, 2.5 to 1. He's going to peel.
So you would make it bigger?
I bet you he peels.
What would you make it? 68?
I would always make it like over 3x. He folded, but I'm saying like he's not going to flat 6-9 suited.
You owe me dinner now.
No, I don't owe you